Hey guys, I'm Wench Fairy, and welcome back to the Book of Unwritten Tales. Last time, as Wilbur, we finished collecting all the things that Granddad wanted us to get, and he put us in a grenade launcher and shot us towards the human town. Now we are here with Ivo the Elf and Cheep Cheep, and we're going to try and get MacGuffin's book out of his secret cellar and bring it to the Archmage. First, let's talk to Cheep Cheep. What type of artifact might this be
Do you
about?
have any idea which artifact could be so powerful that it could make someone into the ruler of the world? No, that's been lost to the depths of the ocean. No, that's been thrown back into the same fire that was used to forge it. No, I haven't got a clue. It must be something that no one bargained for, something that no one has ever looked for. It'll be in the Gremlins book. If only I had it already.
That's not how these games work, Ivo. Aren't you afraid of the
Scarecrow
scarecrow?
not scaring you? Yes, certainly. And how?
What?
Normally you're the first to take flight. Good luck, little one, and don't get up to any mischief.
Oh, are you leaving? No. Let's look at the
tatty,
scarecrow.
wonky scarecrow. Its clothing has been nibbled by mice, but the hat has something about it.
It looks like Indiana Jones. Oh, let's look at the
A
pumpkins.
pumpkin patch. Not particularly well cared for. Presumably MacGuffin spends a lot of time buried in his books and not enough time in his garden.
What else can we click on here? There's a stack
pile
of
of
wood in front of
logs.
us.
There is no way that MacGuffin will get through the winter with such a small amount, not even autumn.
A well.
The groundwater is only a few metres down in this region. Presumably the well isn't very deep.
Oh,
The
let's
well
look at the
rope
rope.
is fastened to the windlass. It doesn't look particularly strong.
Oh, let's use the crane candle. Why not? Point and click adventure games. Click on all the things.
That was suspiciously easy. The rope is broken and the bucket's probably at the bottom of the well where it's of no use to anyone.
Yep. Alright. What else we got here we can click on? Watering can.
An old watering can made out of metal. It's small even by gremlin standards.
There's a flower pot.
An upturned flower pot made of clay.
Oh, let's look under it. It's upturned,
There's
after
a
all.
stone under it. That could be a firestone. That's coming with me.
Alright, so we
Presumably
picked
the
up a
professor wanted to
firestone.
prevent the stone getting wet.
Theoretically. Yes. Flint. Okay, firestone
A
is
large
flint.
brick fireplace. The fire grates on the outside, not inside the house. That's a bit unusual, but it does make sense if the professor doesn't wish to have an open fire inside. A swinging
There's
metal
a metal
frame.
bit.
You can hang pots or something of that sort onto it and then swing it over the fire.
There's stone discs here.
I'd say this is a pretty basic millstone. Grain is tipped into the hole above and you then turn the upper stone. The flour then comes out of the side.
Is there a flower here? No, that's all it says. Examine the stone discs. Oh, take a bit of kindling. Okay.
3 should be enough.
Alright, is there more clicky? Oh, there's more clicky.
There's a stone in the undergrowth. There's something written on it, but I can't see what it is. That could be a little gravestone. I can't
Let's-
remove the undergrowth with my bare hands. It's very dense and has thorns.
Aw, delicate little
I
elfie
can't
girl.
remove the...
Okay. Anything else out here we can click on? Oh, the chimney.
A daring structure. And just like the whole house, pretty wonky.
Wonky
Doesn't
is
look
one
as
of
if
my
it'll
favorite
last long.
words. Alright, anything else? Other than going in? Oh, there's a little flappy there.
Strange. Someone's fitted a wooden shutter in front of the little window. Looks like the shutter can be opened. It's pretty high up. Strange. Looks
Okay.
like the...
Let's see if Cheep Cheep will open it.
Better not. I haven't got any news and he'll only start...
Oh, alright then. Well, we clicked on a bunch of stuff out here. Now let's go inside. Alright. We're inside the professor's house. Let's look at the chaos.
Typical bachelor. Everything in a mess. Plates, pots, cups, covered with a sticky mixture of dust and fat. Dead flies. Ugh, yuck.
Gross. Alright. Oh, look at the frame on the wall.
Would appear to be a mirror frame. There are still a few broken shards of the old mirror around the edges. The mirror's turned so it reflects the fireplace. Strange.
Alright. Small wooden vessel. Trying to be
Carpenter's
methodical.
cup. It looks old. Not really worth a closer look.
Oh, really? Alright then. That's none on the ground. Look at... Oh, there's apparently a stone pillar here. There we go.
Looks like the base for a statue. It's made out of stone and it's covered with strange characters.
Alright. Oh, there's a socket
There's a
apparently.
six-sided indentation on the base. Perhaps the mounting for a statue.
Let's look at the wooden box with the stone
Stone
chest.
casket placed in a wooden box. The box looks very cheap. It could be one of those storage containers. The stone chest is decorated with 2 angels and has writing on it too.
Looks like the Ark of the Covenant.
Can't read it.
Let's open it.
What's likely to happen, eh? Sand. Is it me, or has it just got much warmer in here?
Search
The
through the
chest is
sand.
filled to the brim with fine sand. I haven't got a clue what else might be in there. I can hardly sift my way through the sand with my hand.
Do we have anything? No.
The chest is filled. I can
Okay.
hardly.
Alright, let's look around over here then. Let's look at the... Oh, that is a stone head. I was like, that's not a stone head. That's a jelly
A strange
glowfish.
stone head. It's been roughly hewn but has a few fine embellishments.
Well, let's see what he
A
was
large
reading.
handwritten book. It looks like it's been used a lot.
Read it then.
It's the Gremlin's diary. Perhaps I'll find some hints about the cellar. Let's take a closer look. Who would have ever thought that it would fall to someone like me, an old archaeologist, to stop this madness?
It's the
And I
beginning
didn't find
monologue.
the key to it on one of my expeditions, not in dark dungeons or in fiery mountains. Oh no, I discovered the answer in an old book. He must mean the book that was hidden in the cellar, in which the information about the artifact's whereabouts is written. The notes end mid-sentence. I wonder why I haven't heard anything from Archmage Alistair yet. I sent Beetle out with a message for him yesterday morning. I hope nothing has... That was the last entry. There are others before it.
You should read them. Read the
What's
diary.
this at the beginning of this page? Today I have been examining the books that I brought back from the Grindle Mountains. Amongst them was a book about herbs and tinctures. An old herbalist was adamant that I would find a recipe to cure my cold feet in it. What a disappointment, though. Just superstitious nonsense about frog eyes and wool socks.
Wool socks do a really
I
good
was
job
just
at keeping
about
your
to
feet
burn
warm.
the book when I noticed that the volume contained other things. A disturbing tale of a tragic relationship between a magician and his pet sheep Boris, as well as a travel log written by a fairy explorer. The travel log described how the explorer landed on an island in the West Seas whilst searching for undiscovered fairy tribes. He created several very beautiful sketches of the temple ruins that can be found on that island. I will use these to entertain myself and translate the runes he drew. The next entry was made 2 days later. It's only barely legible. The gremlin appears to have been very excited. It must be the entrance. The wrath of the gods caused the temple to sink into the ocean, of course. But not all, not all. Ye gods, my hands are still shaking despite the fact that Beetle made me a calming herbal tea before he left. Good old Beetle. He has obviously got no clue how significant my discovery is.
I feel a little
I have
bad
sent him to
for
Master Alistair,
the people who do
Archmage
voice
of the
acting for
Humans.
these types
He
of
is to
games.
hand him a sealed
So
letter.
many lines.
Tomorrow Master Alistair will arrive, and I can unburden myself of this terrible responsibility. I will not be able to sleep a wink. And next there's the last entry that I read out before. There's nothing else there.
Read some more.
There's nothing more there of interest to me.
All right, then, never mind. Let's look at this wooden box.
A little wooden box. Doesn't look like an antique or anything particularly valuable. It has beautiful workmanship, though.
Let's open it.
It's
We're
locked.
looking for the secret cellar, i.e. having an excuse to go through his things. Pile of documents, maybe?
Old parchment and yellowing papers, filled with texts in many different foreign languages. Adonisham Western,
Yeah.
Anya and Sindarin, and technical drawings in Kuzdul.
Aren't those all Lord of the Rings documents? Languages. Look at the books. Where?
Books,
oh, in the
books,
corner
and
here.
more books. Most are ancient tomes. They appear to be written in just about every language.
Let's try the tool
I
bag.
think these are all the things that the professor uses on his digs. A brush, a
Ooh,
little
good, a
shovel,
sieve. Let's take it, and we'll go back to this.
I'll take the sieve. The rest looks pretty useless.
Sieve, sift, excellent.
There is something in there. A little
One would hope
brass
so.
key.
Oh! Key on the lockbox. Oh, I should look at this. What's in there?
Let's see. There's a bit of paper in the box. The paper's densely covered with writing. Deus ex machina. The ghost in the machine is the heading.
Like
There's also a
MacGuffin?
drawing of a stone figure. At its feet is a vessel containing liquid. Let's take a look. The ghost in the machine is wise to all the secrets of this house. That's what's written here. Blah, blah. Pour the fuel into the bowl at the foot of the machine to awaken the ghost. Fuel? Oh, here. Grind the beans and tip the powder into boiling water, then pour the mixture into the bowl. We've already had that bit. You'll get the beans from the machine. Strange. A machine that's meant to be familiar with all the secrets of the house.
I wanted to click on this. Oh, it's not a thing. Okay, we looked at the books, we looked at the tools. Let's look at the sarcophagus.
Like a very ancient sarcophagus. Oh, strange. There are hinges on it, just like a door.
Oh, you know we gotta open it now. Gross.
Shame. Just a stinky mummy.
Oh, something's happening.
What have we here?
What are you doing, Mortimer?
What the... Did you just speak? You speak?
Me? No.
Well, yes you do, quite obviously.
What is obvious?
That you can and do speak.
But of course.
You just said that you didn't.
Why are you being so strange, Mortimer?
I'm not Mortimer.
Where is Mortimer?
You mean MacGuffin, the gremlin archaeologist who lives here, yes?
What?
Oh, too many
Mortimer.
words. You confused him.
Yes?
You're called Mortimer.
No, of course not.
I think we're finished with this conversation.
I think you are slowly losing your marbles, Mortimer.
All right, yep. Nope, he's not.
Presumably the sarcophagus lacks oxygen.
I don't think he's gonna be extra helpful. There we go. It wouldn't let me click on
The back of
things.
the fireplace. When MacGuffin wanted to heat his food up, he just needed to put it into one of those little stoves.
Okay. Oh,
A small old-fashioned shield. The inside is highly polished.
all right then. We didn't look at the little door. We looked at from the outside.
What's that? A box with some kind of glass eye. It seems to be hanging directly in front of the gable window. I haven't got a clue what it's for. I wonder what sort of machine is being talked about here. The paper indicates some kind of stone figure. All the rest is absolutely of no use to me at all without the machine.
Well, this has a spot for a statue.
There's a six-sided indentation on the base. Perhaps the mounting for a statue.
What was there? Stone head we did. Let's look inside the wooden box again. Because I know the pieces
there
we
is
need, but I
something
can't find
else.
it.
There's
There
a
we go.
six-sided flat stone hidden under the paper. It has something a bit like a knob on the top of it.
Oh, well, six-sided you said, right? Doo-doo-doo.
Let's see. Fits perfectly. I wonder if I...
Whoa!
How pretty.
I don't know that pretty is the phrase I'd use. Look
The
at the
vessel's a
cup.
few centimetres deep and empty. There are some brown stains on the bottom. Ooh, this must be the ominous machine which is reputed to have a ghost living in it. The vessel at its base must be for fuel. The statue has small holes in its nose, and it appears that the mouth could be opened. Hello, you in there? Ghost, give me beans for your draft.
Hello, you in there.
Oh, mighty ghost in the machine, give me the beans for your delicious, godly draft. Let's look at it this way. If you don't give me the beans, then I won't be able to prepare your stupid draft, and that won't be of any use to anyone. Why the wait?
All right. Coffee beans! I don't think there's
Oi,
anything else we can do here.
ghost. If you're really so familiar with everything in this house, then tell me, what do I do now? Hello?
Yeah, didn't think so. Let's exit here. So, the beans, aka the coffee beans, make the draft for the draft for the machine. Well, outside there is a stone disc that is a grinding device. Let's go grind some coffee beans. Coffee beans. Put the brown beans into the mill. Turn it. Grind those
Works.
beans.
The beans are being ground to powder.
Oh, I didn't like
That's
that
it.
grinding noise. There you go. Alright. Now we have to put them in boiling water. Well, that's a watering can. Can we tie the watering can to the rope? Yes. Excellent. Water first, then boiling.
That should hold. Let's give it a whirl. It worked. This means that I have a gremlin watering can full of water.
Are you proud of yourself? I think you are. Let's turn the holding bracket, because this is obviously where the fire is going to go. Oh, sorry. We should hang the watering can from the holding bracket.
The watering can with the cold well water is hanging on the metal arm.
Let's turn the holding
It'd be
bracket.
better to light the fire first.
Okay.
Then the watering can isn't going to be in the way.
Never mind. We want firewood.
Once they get going, they'll burn for a few hours.
Firestone.
I can't set fire to logs just with a firestone. I need something that lights easily to get the
Oh.
fire started properly.
No. Unimaginably valuable documents. Sounds good.
They'll burn well. They're dry as bone.
Friggin' elves.
I'll give it a go.
Let's just light the unimaginably valuable documents on fire. That's fine. Whatever.
What?
Is Cheap talking to us just there?
Better not. I haven't got any news
Okay.
and he'll only start...
Let's go turn the holding bracket.
Let's see.
Oh, sounds like the water's boiling.
The water's boiling.
Swing it out of the fire.
A watering can full of hot water.
Beans, water. Beans. No. Stop. Beans, water.
Very well. The water's turning brown. And
Does it smell
smells...
delicious? Yum.
Lovely.
Oh,
That's the
coffee.
fuel for the machine sorted.
I love coffee. Actually, just finished my third cup of the day. Yeah, it's noon. But I have to work tonight from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's Thanksgiving. While I'm recording this, it's Thanksgiving weekend in Canada, and I work in a grocery/general retail store. And so we're crazy on the weekends, especially when we're going to be closed on the Monday. So I am making sure I fuel up before I go into work tonight. And speaking of fuel, let's
And woe betide if this whole effort's
give
in
some
vain.
to the monkey. To the machine.
Hello? You there, ghost. I have to find the secret cellar. Will you help me?
Oh, I heard noises. I hear thumping. We're waiting. Oh!
Thanks.
Secret cellar. All right.
A clever mechanism.
Let's go down the spiral staircase. She's walking very
this is
carefully.
the legendary secret cellar. The cellar continues on behind these bars. I can't see anything, but I bet that the book's in there somewhere.
It's a pretty fancy secret cellar. Let's look at the stone figures.
Each of these 3 stone figures by the bars is decorated with a different precious stone. This one here's got a ruby on its head. The spider has an emerald on its back, green.
I'll click the blue one too.
This bird has an eye made out of a blue precious stone. I think it's a sapphire.
All right, we looked at those. Oh, there's a wooden staff here.
A staff approximately 2 meters long with a top made of bronze. Looks like something's missing there. This picture seems to indicate that a ruby belongs in there.
Let's take it. All right, it's now in our pockets. Let's look at the junk.
The sad remains of extinct cultures and of the last camping trip.
Look at this little stone man.
A small, fat figure. She's holding a mirror above her
How
head.
does I don't know that that's a
Looks
sheep?
ancient.
Let's look at this mural.
A picture on a stone slab. It depicts a man in a robe with a staff in his hand. A jewel is glinting in the headpiece of the staff. Some sort of light beam shining on it.
All right. Anything else in here? Oh,
Guess even a secret cellar is in the end
garden
just a
shears.
cellar. And all cellars have gardening tools. Such
Maybe
as
we can
these
clear off
garden
that little
shears.
gravestone. Take them.
As long as I'm not expected to do the gardening now. A small circular opening in the ground. It's decorated with an ancient script, just like the picture on the wall.
Get the feeling this goes there. A, because it looks like it does. B, obviously I've done this part before. Let's go up. Well, we have the garden shears. Oh, the music got all ominous. We're going to use garden shears on the undergrowth.
I don't believe it. Now I've ended up doing the gardening.
Well, you wanted to know what it said. I'm just facilitating that.
It is indeed a gravestone.
What does it say?
A little gravestone made of granite that's got Kinski inscribed on it. A little
Okay,
grave...
so that's what we were going to say. Let's see if Cheap Cheap has anything new to say to us. I found the secret door.
Hey, Cheap Cheap, you'll never believe it. I found the secret door and I've been into the cellar. Hey, I could do with a bit more encouragement here, silly bird. Thank you. Yes, I'm sorry, you aren't a silly bird. Good luck, little one, and don't get up to any mischief.
I think you're the one who's getting up to the mischief, Ivo, but whatever. Okay. So we have a staff in the basement that looks like it's missing a ruby. Where would we get a ruby? Would the machine... We can't talk to the machine anymore. As much as I'm loath to do this, let's go talk to the sarcophagus again.
Yoo-hoo!
Do you know where I can find the jewel for the
I
staff
know
in the
you've
cellar?
never been down there, but there was a staff in the cellar, and there's a precious stone that belongs on the top of it, a ruby. Do you know where it is?
But of course, Mortimer. You asked me to hide it for you. Don't you remember?
Ivor looks nothing like the gremlin.
I must have forgotten about that.
Oh, what would you do without me?
Could you please just give it to me? I just need it for a second.
What?
The jewel. And before you ask, I mean the stone that you put somewhere safe for me. And please don't tell me that you've forgotten.
How could I forget that? You said it was very important that no one found the stone.
Oh, okay. Now please can I have it back?
Why would I give a complete and utter stranger
So now you
Mortimer's
realize that we're not
stone?
Mortimer.
I'm a friend of Mortimer. He's sent me to fetch something out of the cellar.
I have never seen you here before, and I never forget a face.
Please, it's urgent.
I do not know whether I can trust you. I would
Uh-oh.
only give a really good friend of Mortimer's the jewel.
That's me. I saved his life. Well, maybe.
Really?
Uh-oh.
If you are truly a good friend of
A
Mortimer,
test.
then you will be able to give me the answer to the following question. What color is his underwear?
I'll be back.
I have to think about that.
But why?
What color is his underwear, huh? Let's look in the washings.
A wooden tub, about half full of water. Oh, great. This has the professor's washing floating around in it. White shirts, grey socks, red underpants.
There you go. Red underpants. I knew there was something I'd forgotten to click on.
Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo! I know the answer
As
to your
I'm
question.
a very good friend of Mortimer, I know the answer to your question.
What question is that?
You asked me about the colour of Mortimer's underwear.
Now,
That's right. And?
it's red.
Red. He mostly wears red underwear.
That's right. Red silk underwear.
Oh, did I need to know it was silk?
But I'm still not quite satisfied. So, what is his cat's name?
Kinski.
His cat died some while ago. Her gravestone's outside. Her name was Kinski.
If
It
Kinski's a
was a
reference to something
tomcat.
else, I don't know.
The poor thing's
If you
all
know if it's a
so
reference to something else,
happy
let me know.
playing with my bandages.
Yes, very sad, very sad. But hopefully this proves that I am a good friend of old Mortimer, does it not?
You have only answered one of my
We answered 2
questions.
questions.
2? You asked me about his underwear.
But why would his underwear be of any interest to me?
Oh, I hate
Oh,
this
come on, don't change
guy.
the subject. Are you going to give me that jewel now?
No, not yet. I have one last question. What did Count Grunschfeld or Pieperbock say to his
What?
adjutant Henninger shortly before the Battle of Budleberg?
What?
Huh?
Wrong.
No, I just don't understand what you're talking about.
I am a trifle unsure about this too. It is a bit like a coded question.
Huh.
And do you know the answer?
Of course. Mortimer told me.
And you haven't forgotten it?
I... no. So, what is the answer?
I am your father, an offer you can't refuse, or 234. Let's try the offer you can't
Grunschfeld
refuse.
made Henninger an offer that he couldn't refuse.
Really? So, what did he offer him?
He really made him an offer.
No. What did Grunschfeld say to Henninger?
234.
234, of course.
How? What?
234. I know all about that. Mortimer told me many times.
234 what?
There
The
you go.
professor is 234 years old. I've answered your question.
I asked that. Impossible. Mortimer just turned 63 on the 13th of July. So, 234 what?
How can anyone who is a good friend of Mortimer not know that?
I don't remember the
how?
right path through this,
What?
so we're just
234. Mortimer never told you that.
Well, yes. 234?
So it turns out that you aren't such a good friend after all then. If you don't even know anything about the 234.
Oh. That! You mean that 234?
Oh yeah! I've tricked you into
Yes,
believing
exactly.
me.
With that thingy.
Precisely.
And the stuff.
I see that you are a good friend of old Mortimer's after all.
Of course.
Splendid. Now that you've proven that, can you give me the jewel?
At last.
Oh, gross. Ew.
Many thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. Before we go put the jewel in the cellar, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you very much for watching. Again, my name is Wench Fairy. This is the Book of Unwritten Tales, and I hope to see you next time.